Gemini, I'm here to give you just a love bite, wild card read straight from the hip with lots of lip, and we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, straight to the heart of the matter in terms of love and romance, and see how the Venus transits this month are going to affect this area of your life. So this is a love read. It's for any significant Gemini placement, or if you have a prominent placement in that third house. Likewise, if you're a Sagittarius rising, Gemini is your descendant. And with these particular reads, you really want to pay attention to your descendant sign, because it's going to give you the biggest clue about what's going down for you in matters of amore. So let's just dive right into it. I did get a message, Gemini, that you are closing the door on a particular devil in your love story. Now, for some of you, this is just a really unhealthy connection. This is kind of an addictive connection. It could be a connection that requires you in some way to like sneak around, you know, not be honest, or you're dealing with somebody who's operating in this way. And this is what's preventing, you know, a real like growth and development in the direction you want to see in your romantic relationships. For others of you, you're dealing with a particular, you know, devil that's kind of like gotten in the way of you coming together with someone in a way that feels like mutually gratifying. This could be somebody who's outright interfering in your relationship, causing some kind of dissension in your relationship, or just driving a wedge between you and your partner. Or the object of your desire. Okay, this could be somebody you view as competition too. I could see that as well. I also see this could be a way that, you know, you're not being honest with yourself, and this is sort of keeping you stuck in a place of maybe like making do in a situation that really isn't quite what it should be. All right. I do feel like you are settling this score, right? You are bringing something to a closure. You're ending a karmic cycle, and this is going to allow you to write a new story moving forward. I do feel like your time's up dancing with the devil. You can't live from this place anymore. You can't tolerate this anymore. And I do feel like you're being given the power to overcome this, whatever this hurdle is, whether it's representing itself as somebody who's just not being honest with you, is not willing to meet you in this place, or maybe there's some kind of unhealthy aspect to the relationship that just is refusing to budge or be transformed. I feel like you're being the change you want to see in your love life at this point, and you are effectively drawing a line under this situation. You're drawing a line under the past, and you're ready to like give this devil the slip so you can get to, you know, a higher expression of love. All right. Ten of Swords. Yeah, I mean, something happened here that really was not okay. All right. There's some kind of new beginning you're wanting to see in your love life. You know, commitment is something that's important to you. This is something you really want to protect. You're wanting a new beginning in love. You're wanting it to be solid. You're wanting somebody who can really mutually invest in you. And you're wanting it to be something that you can really like count on. Okay. There is something that's going to come through. All right, that's going to help you activate this new beginning in love that you're wanting. And there's some kind of protection from what could give you sadness. All right. And I feel like it's this influence, it's this sabotaging influence. It feels like it's either some kind of vice, or it's some kind of third party that's interfering in your situation, that's causing a lot of problems between you and the object of your affection. Okay. The person that you're wanting to come into deeper places of heartfelt expression with, right? There's something that needs to be, you know, like completely warded from here. I feel like it's also prying eyes. It's like too many people in your business, too many people wanting to know what's going on in your connection. Like, it's time to really close this out. Like, it's unacceptable. There's no way you can move something forward with this kind of like interference in your connection. And I do feel like there's a certain person that's involved in this that, you know, you've given too much space. They've been allowed to have too much leeway, too much say too much involvement in your story, and you're cutting this off, all right? Something's being brought to a close here because you're recognizing that it's having a damaging effect on your love life and you don't want to tolerate this anymore. So let's see what this is. I felt compelled to pull out the Angel Tarot for you. So yes, Two of Wands. You're definitely wanting to see a new way forward, right? And you're recognizing that in order for me to, have my road open and to really align with the kind of love that I'm wanting to experience in another, I have to operate from a place of wisdom. I can't just keep doing the same old things and keep allowing the same saboteur to come around and throw a wrench in the works. I have to really be mindful of this lesson that when somebody shows you who they are, like, believe them. Okay? Stop thinking that, that was just my imagination, or giving excuses. It's like you can only give somebody so many free passes. At a certain point, you do have to look at things plainly as they are, and you are being asked to really look at this honestly. And I think it's sensitive territory for you, okay? Because there is hurt here. And I do see you kind of like nursing your heart. You don't want to see this. You don't want to acknowledge it. But it's important that you do, because it's what opens your road. And it's what aligns you with love. You have to act on this wisdom, right? You've already been shown the reality in this situation. This says victory over those who would attack you, all right? So there's something here where you know that something is not making it safe for you to really trust your heart with another. And again, this could be coming through some divisory element that's in the mix of this situation. It could be that somebody has a vice. It could be that somebody pulls too many people into your situation, because they're constantly talking to their friends about the problems that you're dealing with each other. And it's making things really messy and convoluted, where soon it's not just between you and your person, it's between you and your entire social circle, all right? This could also be that somebody has, brought somebody else into the mix. And there's not a desire to look at this squarely, because it brings with it a lot of loaded feelings naturally and complications in the situation, all right? But there is something that needs to be dealt with here, all right? And turning a blind eye to it is not going to make it better. So let me see what opens up this road to love for Gemini, all right? There is protection here from what would attack you, all right? So you are being watched over at this time. Sometimes love is letting go, this piece coming in. There might be somebody or something you need to let go of in order to transform a relationship and create the kind of love story you want to see unfold in your life. This is interesting. This light is out here. This light went out. Let's turn the light back on. Maybe there's been too much time, with this being concealed from you. Maybe this interfering element is going to be revealed to you. It may have been something you only sensed, okay? I do feel like there's going to be some light shed on this issue, so you know what you need to do to kind of like get things moving forward. There's something you need to get out of the way. 911 on the clock. It's a bit of a tower, I have to tell you. There's a little bit of a tower coming in here. It's really important that you take action in this situation. There is information coming in here that's going to illuminate the way for you. This is something that's been hidden, okay? Under the light of the moon, it's been hidden. And I do feel like judgment is being sounded on this with Gabriel blowing the horn, This could be a Pisces. This could be a Cancer. This could be a hidden enemy in this situation, okay? This could be something that's causing problems in your connection that you are just totally unaware of because it hasn't been illuminated for you. I mean, you have to remember we are still, working with that eclipse energy, 10 on the clock, right? There's something that is yet to be revealed to you, but it is going to become very clear. It's going to be like a revelation for you. You're going to find this through messages. These messages have the power to destroy, all right? So there's something here that's been concealed. There's been somebody who's been in communication with another, and this person is creating, you know, roadblocks in matters of the heart. All right. Once you iron this out, though, it gives you the authority to take action and speak a particular truth that secures what's important to you. For some of you, this is a committed relationship. You know, you don't want to lose this relationship, and you're ready to stand for it. You've already been through a lot in this situation. I see that. You're standing on a certain pearl of wisdom here. You could live with this person, or you could share assets, you know. This could be somebody that you've been actively building with. You know, this isn't like a new relationship. There's a lot of inner and outer work that you have gone through in this relationship. And there's something here that's going to protect you from a tower. And I got that it's the revealing of these messages. All right. You know that if you allow this to kind of continue, and you're going to have to pick what side you're on. This could be you're actively messaging somebody outside of the relationship. You're in communication with somebody outside of the relationship, 11:33 on the clock, that you think is somebody who's like an ally or somebody that's a safe space for you to share with or something like this. And they're not. It's actually driving a wedge between you and, you know, your person, right? These themes kind of coming in. It's really interesting because there's a little bit of this theme came in with Taurus too. So there could be a Taurus in play here. I got a Taurus moon, okay, with this moon energy here. Taurus moon. This person could be a bit stubborn too. They really do like to insert themselves. They may kind of like consider themselves to be like some kind of expert when it comes to your relationship. Like they feel like they have a certain view of your relationship that you don't. Active communication, like there's a record of this communication. So this makes me feel like it's communication that's going on online or through text. You know, there is some kind of record of this, and this is being revealed. So either communication you've been having is being revealed to another, or you know that if it were revealed, it'd be a big problem. I mean, that's a clue right there of something that needs to be transformed. If it's having to be kept concealed, then you know that this is like something that's like, this is a problem, right? Because you can't move forward in love without transparency and total honesty, okay? This could be you finding messages that another has been sending to somebody they've invited in as like a counselor in your relationship, somebody they've invited in. I got that it's a friend who feels like they have some special insight into your relationship. They've been blabbing everything to this person. It's causing a lot of problems, right? This is something about, you know, really being mindful of who is getting invited into your relationship, who you all are processing with. This could even be a support group that you process with. And there's people within this support group that are not keeping things within the group. And in fact, they're going outside of the group and they're sharing this intimate stuff with other people. And it's causing a lot of gossip to develop, right? Something needs to be nipped in the bud here. I think once you land on this information, you're going to be able to take the action you need to take to ward this off, this interference off. And for some of you, it does require you cutting off communication with a particular individual that keeps wanting to like help you out with your relationship. Oh, you can go ahead, just talk to me. I'm happy to hold space for you. No, forget that. You and your partners should be holding space for each other. You know, this person, this could be like you're interested in somebody. This could even be a case where, let's say you're separated from somebody right now and you're wanting to work things out. And you've been kind of confiding in a friend of yours about, you know, the challenges you faced in this relationship, how you're really wanting to heal the relationship with this person. This person's giving you advice, okay? They're like holding space for you. You're like crying on their shoulders, so to speak. And this person, the advice they're giving you is totally self-serving because there's something they're hiding in this situation. maybe this friend is actually currently messaging your person. Okay. It could be a little bit of frenemy energy. Like, why is somebody trying to dissuade you from actively trying to heal a connection too? This you also need to look at. All right. Pisces energy, Cancer energy here. All right. There's something you need to be mindful of here. Taurus kind of filtered in. A Taurus moon, I got specifically just because that Taurus reference came in with the moon. Somebody with a Taurus moon. All right. I think this person seems very unassuming. This person's like, you know, real low key, kind of a homebody, you know. You might find them to be a safe space to talk, or they find them to be a safe space to talk, because this person seems like almost like unassuming, you know. You wouldn't think this could be somebody who would be meddling in your situation, but they are. All right. This is how it's coming through, I have to say. Let me do a cut of the deck here. I do feel like you're going to get an upper hand on this, though. Two of Pentacles. All right. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who's like coming through in a way where they're acting like they're being of service to you, like I'm helping you, I'm holding this space for you. But this person, like, they have their own designs in this situation, right? They're really looking at how they can take advantage of this situation. They may even be responsible for throwing your situation out of balance. I got this. The Hermit. All right, there's something you need to get a little bit of reflection on here. Once you get this reflection, the decision will become very clear, and it'll be like time's up on this person. This could be a Virgo energy, doesn't have to be, but there is something that really needs to be alchemized here. Alchemy and transformation, all right, will help with spiritual progress in this situation. So you may need to kind of like let this person know respectfully, like, thank you for holding space for me in the past. If you've been sharing something with someone that, you know, maybe some of the stuff you were sharing, ask yourself, like, if the person that I'm in love with saw this message thread, how would they feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Okay. This is like sort of a mirroring kind of energy too. You may feel that this is, you know, something that's going on behind your back. It's possible. There is a mirroring energy to this. I'm almost getting that maybe both parties have been doing this a little bit, and it's causing a lot of problems. And there's a need to cut off this outside interference. You need to keep it to yourself, man. You know, you do. You need to keep it to yourself. This is really important. What do we got here? Yeah. There's something here that's causing disappointment, and it's from bringing this third party element in. You need to cleanse that away, pour a little something out for the homies. Thanks, but no thanks. Appreciate the advice, you know, appreciate the way you held space for me, but I'm really realizing like this is between me and, you know, the person I love. We got this, you know, okay? This also could be like, you know, having a clearing conversation. If you do find messages and for you, you're willing to do the healing work, this can be like, you know, having a real clearing out and making it very, you know, understood that this is not acceptable. Like, I don't want you venting about our personal stuff to your friend. Like, this is causing problems. Whatever is being cleared away here, though, it is destruction of the enemy in your love relationship. And for some of you, it is clearing away a certain vice, maybe that's been kept secret, you know, a certain indulgence, a certain flirtation, all right, something either that you've been, you know, dipping into, or the person you love has been dipping into. And this is what's blocking you all from being able to move forward in the way that you want to, and really feeling like that cohesion. Now, this could be because one person in this situation has been feeling like they're trapped, you know, they're trapped in an unfulfilling connection. But I feel the reason why it's unfulfilling is because both parties are kind of like looking outside of the relationship to get certain needs met. all right? But the needs need to be met within the self, okay? And as far as wants and desires, you know, if you're looking for that sense of intimacy outside of the relationship and having deep, heartfelt communication about highly personal stuff is another form of intimacy. All right, it is. And sometimes emotional affairs are worse than, you know, affairs that are actually consummated. So this is something to be mindful of here. There could be that somebody is really at this point in the connection where they're just about to cross the line and take it from being an emotional affair to actually like sealing the deal. All right. And I do feel like this is being illuminated before the destruction goes that far, like down to the root. You do have an ability to transform this, but I feel like there's radical honesty required in this situation to clear this out. Let me go ahead and get this energy coming in for you. Look at this. Yes, hold your tongue. Siege, quiet time. Then all will be illuminated for you. When you go quiet, when you pull back from this person who maybe is wanting to offer their help, is wanting to insert themselves, what happens? There's something you need to contemplate here. Consider this right now. Who have you been sharing your personal stuff with in regard to your love interest, right? There's something you need to be aware of here. Hold your tongue. I do feel like something's coming through in this regard, all right? You need to like contemplate this a little bit. If you've noticed there's been a communication shutdown between you and the person you love, it's because somebody is interfering in the connection and they're actually guiding this person to like ice you out in that way. It's like it's almost like this person is acting like they're providing something helpful, but they're not. They're like trying to get you to put down boundaries in your relationship where you actually should be breaking down the walls and the barriers to communication. It's because this person has their own motivation in the situation. That's how it's coming through. Okay, what guidance do you have here, please? What guidance do you have here for Gemini? What goddess is here to help Gemini make the most of these Venus transits to rewrite your love story? I do see that you have the opportunity here to sort of like cut somebody out of the picture here, and that's what preserves this sense of commitment you have to your love relationship with another, right? But you need to get this, whatever this third element is in the mix, it needs to be like cleared out. For some of you that are on passive recovery is coming through. This theme has been coming through for Gemini for a while. It could be that your support group has somebody in it that like they like to go and blab. They like to take what's shared in support group out of support group, and this has really compromised things. This is not okay. That is a horrible violation of trust, right? So look at all these pieces. There's something that needs to be contemplated here. Yeah, okay. And again, inner goddess, Aphrodite. Okay, this is about nurturing yourself. This is about moving more into that hermit energy, pouring into yourself, nurturing yourself, getting clear on what you're feeling on your own. You don't need this person to tell you what you're feeling or what the best choices to make in your love relationship are. Or vice versa. You know, if your lover is reaching out to a friend or somebody else to tell them what to do in the love relationship, we already got a problem here, okay? Because this is something that needs to be arrived at within the self to align with our own truth. So there's something about pulling your energy back into you, you know, nurturing yourself, coming into that place where you can really connect with the love within you. What is love telling you to do? Forget about what your friend has to say. Forget about, you know, having these clandestine conversations, or, you know, again, you know, if the person you love is doing this, it's time for this to really be transformed. I do feel like wherever this secret communication has been going on, this is going to be revealed, and it's something that does have the potential to really create division between two if this is not addressed. All right, so let's see what goddess energy is here to support you in this situation. What goddess energy is here to support Gemini in transforming matters of the heart so they can come into the type of union they want to come into, so they can really feel safe, opening up to love and opening up to heartfelt communication within their relationship. I mean, I feel like that's what's needing to happen here. Oh my gosh, like a whole story came out. What do we got here? Butterfly maiden transformation. Okay, so in order to have this transformation, there needs to be very focused intention here. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius in this situation. All right. There's also this piece of infinite supply here, fertility, sorceress. I mean, for some of you, there has been a little manipulation going on in your situation with Rhiannon here. Okay. This could be somebody that is kind of trying to like slant a story in your relationship. They're working a little bit of glamour here, you know, as you're dropping in with this person, as you're messaging this person back and forth, or they are with your person, you know, they are trying to spin things in a certain way where they can take advantage of a situation. Like, there is something here where there's a little bit of competitive vibe going on in this situation that needs to be cleansed away. I say that because of Sedna, and Sedna is about infinite supply, all right? So there's more than enough to go around. There's more than enough to go around in terms of love. Everybody has the love that's right for them, but somebody here is almost wanting to like swoop in and interfere in somebody's love connection and take it for their own. I mean, I have to say, it is coming in with sorcerers. This could be somebody who works on that level. This could be somebody who feels like, but they're my undying love with Isolt, you know, here. This could be somebody who's doing some love workings because they want to like have hold of this person. All right, it's possible. All right, or they're trying to manipulate in other ways to, you know, sway a person to their side. So it's like that person that you're like talking to is telling you like, oh, move away from this person, you shouldn't be involved with them, they're doing this, that, and the other, I'm just looking out for you, I care for you. Like, this person may actually want to be with your lover, you know. There's some kind of working things in a manipulative way in this situation that is a little distorted here. Okay, a little distorted here. I mean, I see that there's something that is desiring to be grown in this situation. All right, there is a desire for growth and renewal in a love relationship here. You want there to be a birth to new conditions in this relationship. Like, there is something that has gone stagnant. But I feel like the problem is there's a manipulator that somebody's been talking to. Like, this is in messages, all right? There's a record of it. And this is going to be revealed. And this person may be sort of like trying to find an in with the lover by like, you know, at first it starts out like, oh, you know, I'm here to help you. And then soon it's like sharing, like, oh, you know, if you were my lover. So I do feel like it's like a potential, like what could be a diversionary love interest. You know what I'm saying? So this is somebody they're talking to that, you know, is trying to lure them away. So in other words, if your person's attracted to men, they're talking to a man, okay? They're talking to a man who's just a friend, who's offering advice, but this person is talking in such a way where slowly, it's like a seduction. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like, no, I want this person. This person's got a little bit of an obsessive tendency too. I got that. This could be a past lover of theirs. This could be somebody who is like convinced themselves that your lover is their twin flame. I just have to bring it in that way. It's coming in like that. And this person does have a sort of like a clingy kind of energy, like, no, that's mine. But they're coming off like, I'm a helpful influence. I'm a friend. I'm here to help. No, no, no. I mean, you're wanting to experience a transformation in your love story. So I feel like Diana here with focused intention, this is about you stepping into that energy of empowered self. You don't need to seek for the truth or the actions you need to take in your relationship from any frenemy energy. All right. And likewise, if you have these communications revealed to you, you definitely need to call this out. Like, you need to address this. You need to, nip this in the bud, because something isn't right here. Whatever action you take here can protect the growth and the new beginning, the new conditions you want to experience in your relationship. There can be a transformation here. But what I really got coming through solidly for you is, in order for this transformation to take place, you need to really like cut off what's been interfering in this, process. And it looks like cutting off communication with a specific person, and calling something out. Where you are finding messages, you need to call it out, okay? Because there's interference here. Yeah, and with solace, something needs to be cleansed away here, all right? There does need to be a purification in this situation of some interfering energy. You do this, and I do feel like you can have a fresh start with this person that you care about. But something needs to be called out here. Absolutely. And it may be, in some cases, you need to call yourself out and be like, I kind of have been sharing, that personal stuff, with another. And gosh, if I would have been, on the receiving end of that, if I would have seen like my lover, like doing the same thing, I wouldn't be okay with it. Okay. So there's also this piece of personal accountability here too. But once this is addressed, I feel like there's an opportunity to have like a rebirth in this situation. You can establish a new beginning here, but there's definite healing work that needs to happen here. This is something that's going to require your commitment. And I feel that commitment is really to having a safe space for really working through these issues. And that means you can't be bringing other people into it. There needs to be a preservation of intimacy here.